The focus for tomorrow will be the first gold medal at the Beijing Olympics. According to the schedule, it could happen at the shooting or the weightlifting competitions tomorrow. That's all from me here in Beijing. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mona. Earlier in the day, President Hu Jintao said hosting the Olympics was a century-old dream of the Chinese nation. Tight security measures were also imposed in the capital ahead of tonight's ceremony. More from Jimmy So in Beijing.
President Hu Jintao was all smiles on this historic day for China. He welcomed more than 80 world leaders, including U.S. President George W. Bush, to a banquet at the Great Hall of the People. Even though criticism of China's human rights record has not stopped since Beijing won the right to host the Games 7 years ago, Hu said today that China has lived up to its promise. He said Beijing has done this by sticking to the principle of Green Olympics, Scientific Olympics, and Human Olympics. He did not mention human rights. Activist group Reporters Without Borders did mention just that, issuing an on-air challenge with a pirate broadcast, calling for China to free political prisoners and lift censorship. The group said it was the first broadcast of its kind since 1949. Earlier in the morning, just outside the Great Wall, close to 10,000 people crowded into Tiananmen Square to await the arrival of the Olympics. And they showed their patriotic fervor, cheerleading for China. But shortly after the flag-raising ceremony, Tiananmen Square was completely cleared of people and sealed off. The security operation went into high gear, especially in the area around the Bird's Nest Stadium. This no-traffic zone got bigger and bigger this morning. Police went from block to block, clearing people away, even in areas miles away from the Bird's Nest. Beijing Olympic Organizing Committee Chairman Wang Wei said the security measures are necessary.
So a lot of things are being done to have a good control of the flow of people, to make sure the Olympic Games opening ceremony not only an excitement for people, but also a safe and a pleasant one.
A 100,000-strong security force is on alert. More than 300,000 surveillance cameras watch the city. This is a diagram of all the different access passes that can be given out to drivers. Some of these can get a vehicle through. If you don't have any of them, forget it. This place is in a lockdown. China has invested $43 billion on the Games. Some $100 million, twice the 2004 Athens bill, has gone into staging the opening and closing ceremonies. And it doesn't want anything to go wrong, with the entire world watching. Jimmy So, TVB News, Beijing.
Here in Hong Kong, thousands flocked to watch the opening ceremony of the Beijing Olympics on giant TV screens in different parts of the territory. The venues included 2 Olympic live sites in Causeway Bay and Sha Tin. Nicole Sang has details.
The atmosphere was ecstatic. Thousands of people were at Victoria Park tonight to witness a moment in sports history.
Fantastic. London 2012 has got a lot to live up to.
This venue is open for free for the public for the next 15 days to watch the Olympic competitions. Security was extremely tight earlier as visitors made their way into the venue. Bags and belongings were thoroughly checked by security staff. No food or drinks were allowed in. This is just one of the 2 Olympic live sites in Hong Kong, the other being in Sha Tin Park. They have several activity zones, including exhibition and entertainment areas, photo-taking corners and souvenir shops. Both will be open until August the 24th. Nicole Sang, TVB News.
Police detonated a suspicious parcel which was found in the Causeway Bay MTR station this afternoon. The discovery forced the closure of part of